to me, that's what this show is. I want this to be about stuff like this, man, because the average person don't even know how to even get their foot into an industry like that. For so many people who, and it's not, I don't even want to blame us because, a lot of us was just conditioned to, not get the full grasp of the opportunities that are out here in the world, and the fact that, and this, I mean, you had your man put you onto a lot of this, but once you branched off and did your own thing, it sounds like a lot of this is recent. So
Oh yeah.
is this self-taught? Like, is this stuff you're just doing your own
Oh
research
yeah.
for? Because I
Yeah.
think that's important that people know, like, school doesn't necessarily teach you everything. Like, most times, if you want to succeed in life, you're gonna have to do your own research. So speak to that.
Yeah, it's a tremendous amount of trial and error. And while I love my partner's not giving out any handouts, right? He came from the school of hard knocks. He's dealt on both sides of the fence, legal and illegal, and he's not giving away any free gems. I didn't get into the business on a handshake or some type of dap. And once I got in, I realized that, all right, he showed me a little bit, but I was always going to be his junior partner unless I was able to evolve.
Yeah,
and so
word
it
up.
consisted of a lot of trial and error, a lot of relationships where I reached out and I thought I was really doing something, and it turned out it was a closed door. But what I learned in the process was, hey, I don't want to go down that route. If somebody starts talking like this, their COAs or certificate of analysis don't look right, you can't mess with them. You got to let it go, because at the end of the day, there's a lot of other people, your reputation, your brand, your future on the line. And so I would really impress upon our people not to cut corners. If this is something that you want to do, like, go all out and do it at operate in excellence, man, because that's the one thing that even black businesses, when you look at it, you see guys that run out of their inventory, or I'll be back, or I don't have this, I don't have that. Like, you really have to operate at a certain level of excellence. But for me, it was a lot of trial and error, a lot of failure, failing my way towards success. And, I'll probably make some more mistakes before I get to where I'm going.
You better.
But I'm not afraid to do it.
Yeah, well, yeah, and I think that's an excellent point, because that's another reason why so many of our people, because I really only want to focus on our people when it comes to the culture. That's why so many people don't get where they need to go as well. It's really just that fear of failure. Mm-hmm. Some people they fear that if they fail, that they're gonna have people who thought they was in their corner saying "I told you so," or they feel like people are gonna bring that up. And first off, if you got those kind of people even in your circle, you should probably remove yourself from that circle. But I mean, even bigger than that, it's important to know that the most successful people, they fail more than most people even try. And it's a numbers game at the end of the day. You have to go through these things, if anything, to learn. Like, it's never gonna be perfect on the first go round. I don't care what you do. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I think I saw a post that you did on LinkedIn. It was either today or yesterday, and it was just talking about success isn't a straight line.
Yeah.
The reality of it is there's going to be zigzags, there's going to be obstacles, there's going to be mountains you got to climb, there's going to be tunnels that you got to dig, but you got to figure out a way to get to where you're going. You got to be relentless about that.
That's a fact. Man, I like what I'm hearing, man. I think it's important that people hear this. I know our first episode, we kind of gave the impression that we want to just tap into all of battle rap, and we will have battle rappers every blue moon, the ones that are actually making something out of, their opportunities. But once again, I just think it's important that as black people, we have a full understanding of all the different opportunities. Like, we don't want, like, to the average person that's from, at least where we come from, if you successful, it might mean that you're a doctor or a lawyer, or, what I'm saying? Like, the things that they tell you in school that you can be. Mm-hmm. They would never tell you that running a CBD business could put you on. Like, that's not something that they would speak on, because it kind of contradicts what they're trying to teach. The 8 hours in school is meant to get you ready for 8 hours of work. And that's why people be so stuck in that concept of, I can't do nothing because I'm working these 8 hours, because in their mindset, that's all it really takes for them to get the job done.
Yeah.
And that's another conversation that I wanted to really tap in with you about, because once again,